Hello and welcome. Oh, this folder is going to take a long time. Look, it's a brochure about Word Pro 4. And what do we have here? I know I showed this for a moment. Look, it's the spec sheet for the 8032. CBM 8000 series business computers. The new Commodore 8000 series computers offer. Oh, time for glasses. Offer a wide screen display to show up to 80 character lines of information, text editing, and report formatting are faster and easier with the new widescreen display. The 8000 series also provides a resident operating system with expanded functional capabilities. You can use BASIC on the 8000 computers in both interactive and program modes, with expanded commands and functions for arithmetic, editing, and disk file management. The CBM 8000 series computers are ideally suited for the computing needs of the business marketplace. And, shipping weight, 50 pounds. That's good to know. It is. Yep. And look, all kinds of basic commands, string functions, special variables, all kinds of stuff. This was the kind of stuff that would be handed out at the booth at the World of Commodore when it was huge. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, okay, this may not be too interesting. Computer and software sale, April 1st, 1983, price card, home management programs. Oh, okay. Protective systems. Um, yeah. Vic Avenger. It's an invasion of Space Invaders, and you're the Vic Avenger. Space action for the arcade. List price $29.95. Sale for $24.95. Interesting. Let's see what else. Ooh, look at this. It's a brochure from the World of Commodore. And basically what this is people paid out to Commodore advertised in this. And then, of course, other people paid to advertise, like Wico. They did make great joysticks. Maybe they still do. I don't know. I just don't know. Code Writer. Huh, interesting. See, it's a House of Computers. Booth 218, 219. Oh, okay, I guess they were tied in. Oh, look, here's the exhibitors. The exhibitors. ComSpec. Oh, yeah. There must be more exhibitors than this. Oh, yes, there are. T-Pug, the Toronto Pet Users Group, booth 231, 233. Chris Brennett. Indeed. Anyway, this was for, ooh, look, Pax Pack on a tape. And on the back, the Commodore commitment. And there is an ad from House of Computers. So this thing, this World of Commodore thing, is celebrating 25 years of Commodore. Oh, here's something. Here's an, oh, 25. A few decades ago, a computer that could do what this tiny microchip can do today occupied the space of a two-car garage. By the way, I've never read this stuff. I've seen all these things. I didn't read them. Anyway, it cost so much that only governments and huge businesses could have used it. And then, 25 years ago in Toronto, we formed a company that would put computer power in the hands of everyone. Now there are Commodore pets in most Canadian schools, and there are nearly 500,000 Commodore VIC-20s in Canadian households. And any serious student or corner businessman can easily afford a Commodore 64 with all the peripherals and software he or she needs. Because we deliver high performance at low price, we have put more computers into this world than any other company. Quick thinking. mind expanding, vision making, dream seeking, power to the people. Commodore Computer, 25th anniversary. Yep. Lovely. And there's much more. At some point, maybe I'll read this whole. The Commodore a quarter century. I'll see about that. Let's see what else is in here. Ooh, it's another cool. Oh, yes. So here we have the Commodore 64. This is another brochure. It looks like a 4-page thing from about that time. And here is the lineup of things, including the horrible Commodore joysticks. The only thing I like about the Commodore joysticks is, for historical purposes. And oh, look. Oh, well, this is something. Huh, they have a phone in here, but it's not a Commodore phone. And it's a digital. It's got, like, numbers, but the one that they sent with the VIC modem in Canada was a dial phone, and it said Commodore on the front. Anyway, this runs through the things. And also, look, the picture inside is indeed a rare, highly prized silver label 64. It is on the front too. The silver label 64. I guess all the pictures. There it is, the silver label 64. Lovely. What do we have here? Oh, Atari home computers. The next generation. Oh my, I have never seen this. Wow. Maybe. See, this is not really my thing. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to throw it away. But, who knows? Your Atari computer retailer. Oh, it's supposed to be right there. There's nobody there. Oh, what is this? Oh, Commodore Education Advisory Board. I have never seen this sucker. Look at that. What is this? The Commodore Education Advisory Board. Oh, this too. Oh, I see a fellow. Don Whitewood. Okay. Let's look at that picture of people. The fellow over on this side, Don Whitewood was his name. I suspect he is no longer with us, but because when I was in high school and we were getting into bulletin board things, Frank Winter, oh yeah, West Graham, yeah. Don Whitewood called me one day. We were getting into bulletin boards. We were running one at Northern Secondary School. He was trying to always get this thing going. And he called me on a weekend. He was in trouble. He was supposed to demonstrate this thing, and there was trouble in the world. So, at no pay and whatever, I raced down, and off we went to the Toronto Board of Education, which was on College Street at the time, 155 College Street. And I went in, and he said, "Okay, you just look. He had something to do, something whatever. Anyway, and I first looked and said, "Okay, we have a pet. We have a disk drive. We have a modem." Da, da, da. Anyway, I was just checking the cables, making sure everything. You know what? The IEEE cable that was supposed to go to the 8010 modem um, wasn't connected. All it had to be was just pushed in, screwed in, done. That was his trouble. For that, I raced down. Anyway, you know what? Sometime I'll read more about this. I want to help the CAB to be a success. Uh-huh. So this would have been handed out probably at the World of Commodore, or maybe they were at other places like educational, um, conferences and things. Anyway, what do we got here? Ooh, another. Or should this one? I've never seen this. Anyway, for the moment. By the way, if my hair looks wet, it is. I've been soaking in the tub to try and get relief for the agony and pain in my knee. And now I think I will stop recording. I'm going to try and hobble my way downstairs, make sure that Penny's okay, and then see what's what. I shall. Anyway, thanks for coming to the TV room. Oh yes, of course I have to comb my hair. By the way, and it may be a while till you see this, but if the Blue Jays win the World Series, I'm going to get my hair cut. Crazy, crazy. All right. Thanks for coming. Have a lovely, lovely day, and we'll continue to go through this folder of incredible historical stuff. And oh, look, there's a binder too. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Bye for now. Oh, by the way, I'm David Bradley. Wait for it, wait for it. Your host. And perhaps I'll try to get fresh batteries in this sucker. Because we are on the air. But it's not staying on. Oh, there we are. We're on the air. It's gone again. Bye for now.